It's going live.
Going live.
Oh yeah. You gonna leave them on the table, invisible for all the world to see. Appreciate the beat, Walter Lee, all the beats, Javon Kennedy, Martin Bay, Jaden Maddox. Who else gave us some beats? Hold on, one day Cole Stevens is gonna give us some beats for the show. One of these nerds. Yeah, that's on already.
Yep, Neo and Colt is watching.
Who?
Neo and Colt.
Nino. What up, D? What up, B?
Neo, I thought she said Neo.
Man. Man. Hey,
Neo watching? That what you said?
Yeah.
Oh, for real?
my signature pen flipping. Yeah, this is a habit, man. I'm so sorry about that. It is what it is. But, finna go ahead and get on into it. Welcome to the It's About Time show. I am your co-host.
Here we go.
My name is Chuck Beard. Yeah, and I have my other two illustrious co-hosts. I have the Queen, Miss Nicole, in the building. It's Easter, man. I got an Easter this month up for you.
Go ahead, bro.
And my other co-host is the Noble. He helped Gilligan. No. I was just playing. I'm tripping, y'all. I'm tripping. Nah, the other co-host is the Noble himself, Mr. Anton Birch.
Happy Easter to all
Happy
the party
Easter,
people.
everybody.
Look, and I got some water from Bojangles. This ultra pure.
Oh no, they gave me some new shit.
Yeah, ultra pure. I don't know what ultra pure water is. Anyway, we appreciate y'all for watching. We appreciate y'all for looking, listening, taking your time out on this Sunday. I'm gonna have to talk about that in the What the Fuck Chuck. If you've never watched the show before, my segment is called What the Fuck Chuck, right? And there's two things that I want to get into for my segment this evening. Number one, kind of start out on a somber note. I want to say R.I.P. to Charlie Murphy.
Yeah.
Charlie Murphy!
Your darkness. What the hand say to the face?
Show Charlie Murphy your titties.
Man, I don't know if y'all seen the Snoop Dogg interview that he was doing, but I was crying off of that one too, man. Anyway, Charlie Murphy passed this week with a battle from leukemia. And, you know, I hate to see him go because he was just really starting to blow up. But anyway, you know, rest in peace, Charlie Murphy. You know, we're sad to see you go. And it's been a lot of people giving a lot of heartfelt tributes and things like that out here. The next thing for the What the Fuck Chuck, this is going to be my little moment here to teach some people. Because, like, okay.
I don't know how this gonna go here, but
This is one of the most conflicting Sundays of the year, in my opinion, right? You know, everybody's all happy that it's Easter. And if we know better, we gotta do better. I'm just gonna say it like that. Because Easter is actually a pagan celebration. It's the celebration of Ishtar. Ishtar, which is the pagan goddess of fertility. And the symbols of the pagan goddess fertility are the egg and the rabbit, right? The new birth, new beginning, blase skippy, whatever. So anyway, all that being said, like with all these Easter hunts, Easter egg hunts, and you know, the chocolate bunnies and all that stuff. It's kind of it's a form of worship. And you know, if you want to be true about what you're saying, you got to study what it is that you believe in, and then you got to be able to, you know, break off from what tradition is and actually walk in what the truth is. So that's why it's a conflicting day for me. And I hear the Noble over there sighing like I'm
Just why you take from the kids, man. I understand where you're coming from, but
I mean, and okay.
so what you gonna do with your kids if their friends all celebrate Easter? I mean, you gotta look at stuff like that. I guess because I'm on the other side, I understand Easter.
Well, and like I get it, and that's the whole conflicting part of it to me. It's like, you know, because what do we do with replacing the tradition with what it should be?
You ask yourself at one point, do we break the cycle? And
Yeah.
how do we break the cycle?
Yeah, I mean,
I just like the kids having fun.
But I think on both sides I agree, and it is a conflicting thing.
yeah,
And,
I mean,
you
it truly
know,
is, but
I think at the same time, it is up to you to educate. So yes, you know, you may allow your child to attend these Easter egg hunts or the going to take the pictures with the Easter bunny and things like that. But you also have to educate your child. And the older he get, he can decide or she can decide. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Okay, I'm gonna stop doing this
well,
because
it's the only time you get all the thoughts in their kids out the church, though.
yeah.
And see, that's the other problem.
Well,
It's
that's in them, man.
It's a fashion show. You get the
Right.
what you call it, CME Christians,
Yeah.
the Christmas, Mother's Day, and Easter. People that only attend church on 3 Sundays out the year come out.
Right.
And you know, Felicia, forgive me, but I don't mind seeing the women. It's just that you know
Jesus.
that ain't the purpose. that's not the purpose. It's supposed to be, you know, something that you're dedicated to, and you know, you see how, I don't know. To me, it's just a conflicting day for me. Anyway, that's my what the fuck Chuck for this week.
That was quick and simple.
Yeah, it kind of was, but I didn't do nothing outrageous this week. I just had to clear the air. And the Queen said that there is no give it to him Queen for the week. I don't know if she wants to give some words of encouragement or something like that.
I mean, I really don't have a my nigga of the week. I mean, nobody's really stood out. I can make it Charlie Murphy, but I mean, I was looking for other. We
You
paid
could
tribute.
make it Charlie Murphy.
I mean, he is my nigga of the week, man. I just didn't want to piggyback because I figured Chuck was gonna talk about it like he did, but
I
that's
want
my
to
dude,
say I didn't
man.
realize he was sick.
I didn't either.
And I'm glad we got back on that because I was reading back stories. Of course, that's just me. and he and Eddie's relationship was kind of cool because although Eddie was the younger brother, you know, he still idolized his big brother. And it's funny because I heard snippets of interviews that he did back in the day, and he sounded just like.
Man, he sounded just like Charlie Murphy. Oh no!
Because he said he wanted to imitate him, but he said, you know, and then I don't know if y'all see what DL posted. He said, what gives me most respect about knowing that man, after all he was doing, even going out on the comedy shows, he was more interested in getting home to his kids.
Yeah, yeah. He said he went home every weekend. One of the on the interview that he was on there with Snoop Dogg, he said that he was fresh out the Navy and went to LA to party with Eddie Murphy and didn't have any clothes. So Eddie Murphy gave him, what was it, a sequin jacket?
Yeah, green.
Yeah.
A green sequin jacket.
A green sequin jacket. And everybody knew Eddie. He gets to the club, nobody know Charlie Murphy. And they was like, who is the dude? He said, I don't know, he a magician or something. He said he couldn't take the jacket off because he didn't have a shirt on underneath. He had on the jacket and a bow tie.
Man, rest in peace, Charlie, man.
Man.
I've been meaning to go home and watch. I got both seasons of the Chappelle Show on DVD. And I've been meaning to go home and pop them in and just watch and just laugh, man.
Man, I tell you, one of the funniest scenes in, what movie was that? Mo Better Blues. When Spike Lee was trying to get in the club, and Charlie Murphy and I forgot who the other dude was. They was the bouncers at the door. And Spike Lee was like, "I'll kick your ass, the both of yous, the both of yous." He's like, "Man, you better go turn around. I'll kick you in that flat back." Yeah, man.
CB4. That's what I heard.
Yeah, man. No, I'm trying. What was the first movie I saw Charlie Murphy in that I recognized? I think it was he was in Harlem Nights. He was dude that
For me,
blew
it
up
was
the
Harlem Night.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was just bringing up some other stuff that people
Yeah.
don't know about, but he's in CB4 with Chris Rock before
Yeah.
Chris Rock transformed into Living
When he
Decent.
mad, was it not mad? That was that's his. What was his character name?
He was the rapper that he was playing. That was
Yeah.
in jail. Chris Tucker was tending to beat him.
Yeah.
I can't remember his character name, but Charlie
Man.
Murphy.
And Charlie Murphy did a lot of stuff in Hollywood. I guess Eddie really put his brother on, and then he started doing stand up.
In the backstories, it really Eddie, because he was just like, Charlie was funny on his own,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So Charlie Brown, I mean, he probably did use some of his brother's influence because he was around him, but
Yeah. Eddie
that's
didn't
why
just put him on.
Eddie enjoyed being really imitating shit like that.
Man, didn't he? To go down there and win that $25.
I bet you that was a funny ass family function.
Man.
Go to any of their family functions.
Man. But I heard that, like, despite the fact that they funny and, we like them on camera, they'll fight at the drop of a dime.
Well, that's family.
Yeah.
They
No,
do.
I don't mean each other. I'm talking about, like, you mess around with Eddie Murphy or Charlie Murphy, you subject to get your ass
Yeah,
kicked.
that's how it's supposed to be, though. That's
Yeah.
family.
Yeah.
That's what's up. That's my nigga of the week.
Alright, that being said, that is the nigga of the week for this week. Charlie Murphy, rest in peace, man. Rest in peace. Alright, so if y'all have not shared the video, please share the video now. Like I say, what we say every week, we're trying to grow the show, and if you can share it to as many people on your friends list, like personally invite them or whatever, however you want to do it, please do that so that we can get more people watching the show, more people interested, all that kind of good stuff, man. And we got some changes coming up for the future. Like, we've been getting feedback from different people. Also, if you got topics or something that you want us to talk about,
Yeah.
throw it out there. I know B is always giving me stuff. B come up with like 8 topics at a time, and I be like, man, I don't even have a pen.
But I like the topic tonight. The topic tonight,
Yeah.
It
This is
is.
a deep one, y'all.
and
Yeah,
been through some experiences.
yeah. Oh, don't give it away.
I'm just saying,
Mhm.
it's. I'm glad we're talking about this, and maybe we can help somebody that might be experiencing something similar.
Yeah.
that maybe you could just pick up on something that we're gonna talk about, man. So
Well, since the Noble Birch has alluded to it, our topic for tonight is forgiveness. And that's okay. We, especially in the black community, have got to start learning to forgive. Because there's a big problem. This is just my opinion. There's a big problem with people that can't let shit go. And it carries over from years to decades to generations, and it's things that we could get past that we need to start learning how to get past.
stubbornness and pride, and somebody's gotta
Yeah.
be the bigger person within themselves to say, you know what, this is some bullshit.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's hard. I mean, everybody got to experience it on their own with this thing we call life.
Mm-hmm.
But you're gonna have to face that at some point in time.
Yeah. Yeah. So my question though, and this is the first question I'm gonna throw out here because you said something I'm finna write down. So when we get down to the end of the show, all right. First of all, we gotta define what forgiveness is, or what it means to actually forgive somebody, and what does that look like?
Growth, for one. I struggle with this on a regular basis because I struggle with it within myself because I feel like I'm a type of person where I'm willing and ready to forgive. But then there are certain things that we're going to go into later on, but there are certain things that are happening or, you know what I'm saying, that are triggered and it'll make me go right back into the cycle.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So what it is, letting go, freeing yourself, growth. It's growth.
Okay. Well, so what is your definition of forgiveness, and what does that look like when you forgive somebody?
Pretty much being able to get over a wrong, no matter what it is. Being able to put that aside to keep a relationship with someone. Or maybe not. I mean, not necessarily keep a relationship, but just keep everything on one accord. That way when you confront or have to see that person, it won't be no, well, that mug and get that out of my face. No.
Right.
You know, you be like, hey, how you doing? You know, a saying that's been said to me since I was little was killing with kindness.
Yeah.
And it took a while to really realize the effect of that. Because people will stoke you just to piss you off.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you have to kill them with kindness.
Kill 'em
And
with
just
kindness.
have to forgive them for doing whatever they did, man.
But
'Cause you have to be a bigger
sometimes I
person.
want to be kind.
Yeah, and it's hard.
Look, I'm gonna tell you one of the hardest things, and I know I'm probably jumping ahead in the conversation. One of the hardest things, especially like when I was married, and then as part of being black, is having to always take the high road and be the bigger person, man. Being the bigger person sucks. It does, man, because you want to say all the stuff that you know that is right here and finna come out, but
I came to a point
go ahead.
where I don't care about being a bigger person. It doesn't bother me like when I was younger about wanting to cut somebody out and get back, and it's water. You're not doing anything for me. You're not affecting my everyday life. You're not supporting the child I got. You're not paying my bills. So why should I even let something like that bother me?
Yeah.
I mean, and just like Queen said, it comes with growth and life experiences. But I look at a lot of that. Yeah, the human part of me is going to react, but then knowing myself, I would sit back and just think about some stuff and just play some things out. And I just have to sit back and be like, you know, you want to handle it, you gotta be.
Yeah. Okay. Let me give my definition for what forgiveness is, or what I think forgiveness is. And by no means are we the authority. So, you know, that's why we had a section down there where you can put the comments and all that kind of good stuff. But like what I believe forgiveness is basically being able to get past an offense. It's not necessarily a wrong, because sometimes, you know, we look at wrong and right, and, you know, the person may not actually be wrong. They might have just said something that offended you.
Well, I said I'm in the wrong is something that in that way.
Yeah.
I mean, somebody have wronged you.
Yeah.
That's why I guess.
I mean, and, you know, a lot of people tend to be sensitive, too. You know, so, like,
yeah.
it's part of it is getting past your sensitivity, and then the other part is being able to move past it without negative feelings.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, shit, you can still have some ill will, in my opinion,
No.
but it's the negative
If
feeling.
you're gonna let it go, man, let it go. And it took me a while. And I'm not saying it's not, but I guess on my side, I had to look at it because just like Chuck alluded to with his ex-marriage, man, it took a lot. And I had to sit back and say, you know, for what, man?
Yeah.
For what?
Yeah, hey,
For what?
Be asked the question. Be asked, is forgiveness everlasting, or is there a cutoff point? And what is that point?
I mean, Since we honoring Charlie Murphy, you can't be a habitual line stepper. If I'm gonna allow you back in after forgiving you, that don't mean you gonna go down the road just do what you want to do
but
again.
But at some point, people do what you allow them to.
That's
do.
right.
So my thing is, it's funny that you say that because my thing is, I feel like the only way that I can forgive is the cutoff game, because I know that if I continue to allow you to cross that line, or because you're going to cross the line. I know
That's
you
true.
are.
Especially if you have feelings for somebody.
I know you are. I know you're going to cross the line.
Yeah. So
it is what it is. I'm not the person that can change you. You can change you.
Right.
And the way that you come at me or whatever the case, the way our relationship is, whatever it may be, it crosses the line. So in order for whatever has happened, in order for me to forgive, for me, it's the cutoff game.
Understand.
It's the cutoff game. It shouldn't have to be like that all the time. But some people,
I feel you.
Because like I said, once you're ready to forgive and you start doing that, and then you start allowing this person to come back, and you know how this person is, you done set yourself
You allowed
up.
it, yeah. Because
You allowed it.
Yes.
You allowed it. So yeah, ain't no sense you keep coming around. Now I'm gonna forgive you, but you gonna stay right on over there, and I'm gonna stay right on over here.
Right.
Okay, I'm not even gonna weigh in on that because, like, but no, I mean, like, I agree with you because, like, okay, one thing you can forgive people for certain offenses, right? And then if they keep doing it, what fool me once,
Shame on me.
Fool me can't be fooled again.
Yeah.
Shame on you.
No, I'm doing George Bush imitation. Anyway, Felicia gave a definition for forgiveness. She said forgiveness is a conscious, deliberate decision to release feelings of resentment or vengeance toward a person or a group who has harmed you, regardless of whether they actually deserve your forgiveness. Forgiveness does not mean forgetting, nor does it mean condoning or excusing offenses. And that actually leads us into the next question that I got, because the question is, does forgiving mean forgetting?
No.
You'll never forget.
No.
You'll never forget.
No.
I can forget, but you'll never forget. I mean, that's always going to be, that's a part of you, especially if it affects you in a deep way. It's always going to be there.
It's just that if you feel like that relationship is healthy enough to continue, you shouldn't allow that forgetting to overcome that relationship.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's a hard thing.
I forgot, you know what I'm saying? It's not, and it ain't even like, I'm gonna let you push over me, you know what I'm saying, to a certain point.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you know that relationship is there and it has some potential, then like he said, it should be let go. And that comes with growth, probably. Like I keep saying, it has to come from growth.
Yeah.
Because for me, in certain situations, I wasn't grown enough to be that person.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't grown enough to be that person. So, yeah.
So, okay. And I'm going to say, I don't necessarily think forgiving means forgetting. It just means that you don't keep reliving the same incident over and over again.
You're supposed to learn.
Well, and it's not even it's not even so much that it's the fact that, okay, a lot of times people want to keep bringing shit up. Keep bringing shit up.
But you can't if it's in the past.
Yeah, I mean, if you truly forgiving somebody for that, you're not going to keep rehashing it every time y'all go
Are
through
they
something.
bringing it up because it keeps happening, or are they bringing it up because they think it's going to happen again?
When something triggers that fear.
Yep, exactly.
When something triggers that fear, that's when you bring it up. And it's hard to just sit back and say,
Ooh, so okay, hold up. That's my next question too. That you just finna get into. How do you remember the offense without getting into your feelings?
If you really care.
How do you remember that without getting in your feelings?
It's really hard. I mean, it is hard. You can't. You really gotta say, okay, I'm gonna give this person the benefit of the doubt, because that may have been just a blip. It could have been me looking at it in a jacked up way, or whatever happened. But
That's a stand back situation.
it's
You
hard.
stand back and reevaluate some things.
Because if you really, I guess this is more geared towards a relationship because that's where it really affects people.
I mean,
And,
Relationship, whether it be with your wife or your daddy or your mom or
Right.
your cousin,
Yeah,
or
right.
your
Yeah.
somebody
best
that you
friend.
have
Yeah.
deep feelings
personal interaction, yeah,
Right.
deep personal.
Yes.
Like everybody can't hurt me. I'll say that.
Yeah.
The only people that I really gotta
Right.
forgive are the ones that are close to me to
Right.
defend me.
for. Right. And that's your inner circle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that has some meaning in my
Yeah.
life.
So hold on, I'm gonna ask it again. How do you remember it without getting your feelings? And I'm gonna tell you what I think. I think what's the saying is that all wounds heal in time.
Yeah.
A lot of times it just takes time, and then like
It's
because
the growth.
when you get offended, you know, sometimes you're not able to see outside of yourself. So you may have to take that step back so that you know, that time will give you the chance to take that step back to actually evaluate what really happened. And you might be able to see it from a different light and a different perspective.
But that takes growth, man, because
Yeah.
I mean, maybe I'm drawing off personal experiences, but it'd be like, you know, that one little thing, and you supposed to, yeah, you showed me that you this, and this, and not like before, but it's be like, it's hard, especially if you.
Okay. Let me, I'm finna ask this next question. Oh, everybody that's watching right now, if you could, please share the video. Invite your friends to watch the show. Tell them to get in on the conversation. If you haven't commented, please comment. All right, next question. If you continue to be in your feelings every time, you know, it comes up, does that mean that you truly forgiven them?
Nope. Yeah.
Mm-mm. Oh no.
No.
So basically, like, if somebody tells you they forgave you, and every time it comes up and they tell you they forgave you, and it
you ain't
comes
let it
up
go.
for 3-4 years,
You ain't let it go.
They still
You
hold
not
on.
truly forgiven. If you're that deeply scarred, you ain't that. Y'all don't need just get away.
They're still
Because
holding on.
you still holding on to that whatever was done. Excuse me.
Mhm.
No.
Anton said, it sound like he got some more. He would.
I mean that's just real. That question is simple, man. No, you ain't forgave anybody. I mean, you gonna keep spitting it out there at periodic times about no.
Look, I'm gonna say this. I think that a lot of times people would like to say that they've forgiven and that they're able and have grown past whatever the offense is, but they not even being real with themselves a lot of times.
Yeah.
It is.
Because you just made me come to realization because my cutoff game wouldn't work.
Look, forgiving is one of the single hardest things to do. I mean, real talk.
Tell me why. I want to know why. You can't say something like that
Okay,
and
you
not
want
give
me to get
explanation.
deep on it because
Go on, get deep.
the spiritual love, the different ways you start caring about somebody. If it was your mother, your father, your significant other, what have you. It's hard if that connection is there, that deep connection.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard. It's hard. It is truly hard. You got to be a hell of a mother. You got to learn and go through
I
growth.
think it has something to do with closure.
Yes, you got to have closure.
You gotta have closure.
Do you?
You most definitely
You gotta
have
have
to
closure.
have closure.
Because I'm gonna say this.
Really?
I'm gonna say this.
Hold on, man. Hold on. Because I really honestly don't agree with that. Because and then there's another question is we gonna come back.
It might
Because
not be,
it's that
it might
one-
not have to be closure with that person that you have the conflict with. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But you have to have some type of closure. You have
Because
to.
until you face
I don't
that,
know.
until
Go
you
ahead.
face that opposition, because depending on seeing some. I'll be honest. I
cannot
would,
tell
I would not know what to do, and I'll be honest about this. If I have seen my ex-wife, I haven't seen him face to face
Yeah.
in 6 years.
Wow. So you don't know how you would feel emotionally if she just.
I mean, because we had that connection. I'm not ashamed to say it. Although what went on in my marriage, we had that connection. I wouldn't know what to say because, as somebody said a few months ago to me, when you see that person, I didn't think I would have that, and then I see you. You know what I'm saying? And they were explaining it to me, and I was just like, wow, wow.
Yeah.
But I guess I feel that. So that's why I say it is hard. You gotta have some metal. I don't give a damn if you're the hardest. When that person leave or whoever, you gonna break down. Like, you can shut that shit out, but it's not good for you. It's not good.
Because my thing is, if there's no closure out of however you get that closure, if the situation comes back up, do it.
I mean,
and by no means that I mean that I was going back to that broad. I just had to make that clear. But I'm just speaking as a human and have had to experience some things in life, and just looking at it on a broader perspective and looking at other things that transpire with other people. I mean, it's hard. You can give everybody any kind of advice, but man, until you go through it, and people still aren't probably gonna listen to you. It's hard. Giving is hard. It's one of the single hardest things in life.
It really is.
Man,
hard.
it is.
no, I 1000% agree with you on that. I mean, I because okay, what you were saying about closure, yeah, and you're right. I don't feel like it comes from the other person. And B, I saw your question in here. I'm gonna get to that later though. I don't feel like it comes from the other person, and it really honestly doesn't matter. Like, it helps to have an apology, but it doesn't matter what the other person says.
And see, I've grown to that too. I don't give a fuck about an apology. What for?
Closure don't have to be an apology.
What for?
Yeah.
It
Well,
don't have to
see,
be an
and that's like we just ran right into my next question. Like, how do you forgive when you don't get an apology? Like, is it harder to forgive when you don't get an apology? Is it the same thing? Is it worse?
No, again, that comes with growth.
Right.
Because I used to think that. Well, maybe if I get an apology, but even if I got the apology, it wouldn't be a sincere apology, because what they did, there's nothing wrong to them.
Exactly.
It's nothing
and
to them. There's nothing wrong. My issue
right.
is my issue. They don't have the same
hold on.
issue.
Let me say
we have
this.
a conflict.
Because I watched the Zoe Wood morning show, right? And Jeff Brown is a comedian on the show. And one of the things that he has said on more than one occasion is, if you are apologizing and you add a but in it, you're not really apologizing.
No,
Right.
but ain't shit, man.
Right.
I mean, just tell me, I'm
Right.
sorry for what this.
Yeah, but
No, you can't get a but what?
I used to think I wanted that apology, but I think at this point I don't want the
did too.
apology. I think that I want recognition. That would be my closure.
I'm not. And yeah, recognition that, yeah, okay, I feel you on that, but I wouldn't even need that
Recognition,
either.
yeah, I fucked up and let's move forward. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I fucked up, and that may be the reason why I haven't attempted to have a relationship or whatever the case may be. But if I get that, I fucked up, let's move forward, I'm good.
Some people with their pride and their stubbornness, man, they're not
Exactly.
gonna see
That's
that.
the same thing. It's almost the same thing as an apology.
They've got to realize it within themselves. Maybe let me look at myself. They got to have that heart to heart in the mirror. Maybe let me start
The
looking at
man
things.
in the mirror.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess, and I've always said I was different because I think on different levels, because I'm always constantly thinking. It's just a sign of a damn Capricorn. I'm always just thinking about little stuff. It's
Look, Felicia asked, are there limitations on apologies? Yup.
yeah.
Yup.
What is that? What do you mean?
Well, I mean,
Look,
yeah.
I'll
Explain.
give you an example, but like when I think of a limitation on an apology, it's like, okay, like let's say me and a chick was together and we break up, and she comes back and apologizes, and in my opinion, in no way, shape, or form does that obligate me to try and pick up where we left off. So we limited to where we ended. That's kind of the limit on the apology
Yeah,
to me.
the apology to me, okay. I'm not they going no further because I put in my mind,
Yeah. I'm past
Yeah,
this.
I'm past that.
I'm peace the fuck out.
yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. That's a trick question. That's a trick question.
Go ahead. Give us the tricky part then.
Right.
What's so tricky?
I mean, why should there be limits?
Because you're going to have to show me without a shadow of a doubt that you changed and corrected the issue. And I'm not talking about
apology should come with action.
But that's why I say it's limited, because I gotta see it, man. I gotta see it. I'm not just gonna go back on words ain't shit. Action speak.
Limit your word limit mean hesitation for me, I guess.
Well,
yeah.
No,
there
ain't no hesitation in that.
Your apology.
B said an apology without the change in behavior you apologize for is mute.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Basically. Say it again.
An apology without the change in behavior that you apologize for is
mute. Exactly. Your
mean,
apology has to come with action.
It's hollow.
With it. So I don't. That's why I said, why should it have some limitations on it? It may have some hesitation on it. Okay, you apologize. Now you finna act on it.
Man, I'm gonna tell you one thing that I've learned, and like B's comment kind of what up, Rod? Well, he just signed on. What up, Duffy? But one of the things that I kind of learned is I can't apologize for being me, and I refuse to apologize for being me, right? Because there's some stuff I'm just not gonna do. And at the age I'm at right now, if I tell you I ain't gonna do it, I mean I ain't gonna do it. I'm not open to changing certain things about my life, right? And you know, if I offend somebody, yeah, I do my best to apologize and make it right? However, if I'm doing something and you're offended by my action, I'm sorry that you offended, but this is just me. You know what I mean? Like y'all understand the difference? And
because we've had this conversation, and I'm the same way, man.
Yeah.
If you don't like what you see or what you got to deal with, I know I'm not a perfect person, but hey, it's me. I've come to grips. It goes back to our topic a few weeks ago. It
Know
comes to grips.
thyself.
Yeah, know thyself and loving thyself, man. If I know who I am, man, you can't.
Okay, well, what happens when the shoe is on the other foot? What happens when you don't like what that other person?
Depends on what it is.
Yeah, I mean, because but that things
should it not depend on y'all too?
Well, no, it's things that are deal breakers. Like, okay, with everybody that you get with, they gonna have things that you ain't gonna like about them.
Right.
They gonna have things that may offend you, that may piss you off occasionally.
Right.
And you know, speaking from a previously married perspective, like a lot of that shit don't really come out till you get married, and you gotta spend 24 hours a day, you know, in the household with this person. Like a lot of that shit just doesn't surface until that point.
Right.
So I mean, like at some point, yeah, like it's just some shit I just gotta look over and walk past.
Yes. And then there's some shit that you just know and I equate it to now. Just like I said, if I ever get it back into a relationship or a true one, man, it's hard. Because you know what you like.
Yeah.
You know what you I can't say what you like. You know what you want. You know what you expect.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not an irrational person. I'm not a hard person. I'm pretty easygoing, but some things you just won't allow. And it's just gonna be just like, I knew better. It's that growth. I learned from that last mistake.
All right, look, we finna move to the next question because you know we still got a few out here. Cause
let
it go. Yeah, that's what we need. Y'all think with us. Share the video if you haven't done it yet.
Like and share.
All right.
I'm finna take you good.
You're gonna blind yourself. Look, we got these floodlights here and it's warm. Look, hey. If I take these glasses off, I'm gonna be blind. Anyway, next question is, I'm kind of throwing them out of order from what I originally put in. But what happens to us when we don't forgive?
It can eat it.
You holding yourself back.
Yes, basically, and it's eating at you some wasted stress. That's a bunch of nothing. Because if you're not gonna have dealings with this person, why even harbor those ill wills? For what? What is it? What is it? What purpose is it serving you? What is it benefiting you in your life right now? You're not obligated or dealing with this person, so why are you just going, yeah. Especially if you want to bring it up and just talk about it all the time. People are going to be like, why did you... especially if you're holding on not forgiving something like that, man. You start bringing up stuff, old wounds.
B says you get stuck in the past with no full
Right.
That's what you call a miserable person.
Miserable
A
person.
miserable person, they won't let it go. They just refuse to let it go.
Look, I'm gonna say this. Like, most of what happens in this universe is about energy, right? And
Taylor, shout out to her. She ain't about energy.
maybe a little bit, but what happens in the universe is all about the energy and the energy that you put out and that you create and that's around you, right? So when we don't forgive people, basically we're allowing those people to still have an influence on the energy that we project out.
Right.
And it's some things that we do not some things that we haven't forgiven that may not have even come up, mentally, where we know we got to let it go, right? Because some stuff we just carry around with us subconsciously, right? And a lot of that affects your energy level just on a day-to-day basis, right? So you dealing with things subconsciously that you don't even know that you're dealing with until you actually, sit down and figure out, why the fuck am I acting like this? Why am I thinking like this? What's wrong with me today, right? So your energy level, your balance is thrown off. And when you walk around with unforgiveness, your whole being is shifted out of balance. Like what you said with the stress and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
Yeah, like literally, you carrying all that shit around with you all day, you making yourself.
But it is an amazing ability to have to even sit yourself down and say, why am I acting this way? Because some people don't have that ability.
You're right.
And I was there a few years ago, and then something happened, and it started really. It didn't directly happen to me, but it happened around me, and it happened to someone close to me. So, but it really started making me look at myself, and so it was crazy because I had never thought of it that way. I had never stopped and asked myself, what the hell am I doing? What have I been doing all my damn life? Really, I had to really stop and ask myself that. So to have that ability was like a aha moment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like I never even thought of that. And it's amazing for people to have that ability.
Look, I'm finna go deep on y'all. I'm sorry, because B just put this post up here. It says positive energy should be harnessed. Negative energy dissipates because it scatters in many directions, right?
Mm-hmm.
And my thought is, okay, if you walking around with this negative energy, right, and you could literally translate this negative energy into your children, for generations and generations and generations, right? And what happens is, your children may not even understand why their attitude about certain things is the way that it is. And, it's just like you walking around with this ball of negativity. And if you truly want to become who you were really supposed to be, you got to learn how to let all of the negativity go.
Mm-hmm.
And until you can do that, like it happens on a subconscious level more often than not. It's just things like fear translates over.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So it's just, you got to get past the negative. You got to figure out where the negative is, number one. And like what we said in the Know Thyself show, you got to hold the mirror up to yourself and be willing to check yourself. All right, next question. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go that deep on y'all. Is there anything that's unforgivable? And when I say that, if you tell me something that's unforgivable, you got to give me the situation, the relationship, what's going on, how it's happened. Tell me what is unforgivable in your opinion. I give you one. In a relationship, I'm not gonna put my hands on my woman, and if my woman puts her hands on me, that's unforgivable. Like, cause at that point, you're saying your freedom and my freedom is worth less than whatever it is that we're arguing about. So, like, that's one of the things I feel like is like, once you cross that line with me, don't expect me to ever come back.
You see, I've never thought of that. If that's the one I was struggling, I'm like, no, I don't see nothing that's not forgivable. But that one right there is right up there. Yes, you're right on that. So I'm not about to put my hands on you.
What up, Shonda?
Down, and you better not put your hands on me.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna put my hands back on you because I can get on this phone 911. I ain't mad at being a bitch. I'm gonna call these boys. I'm not going to get
I know. I'm not going to, what's it, 501, 301?
601.
601. Yeah, I'm not. No.
I would probably have to agree with you because I was thinking the same thing. There's a lot of things that are unforgivable, but that would be one of them because that could lead to so much more.
You said it's a lot of things. So give us some
Things
of those
that
lot
are-
of things. Yeah.
That are unforgivable, that they can be forgivable.
Or that are unforgivable, but you can't get past, that you're not going to be able to forgive.
Like murder, you know, murdered, you know what I'm saying, a loved one of mine.
Ooh. Okay, so hold up. You said that, and this is actually going back to the question that B asked that I said we were going to get back to, right? Y'all remember Dylan Roof, right? The dude who walked in the church in South Carolina while the people were praying, sat in the prayer service, and then at the end of the prayer service, murdered 9 black people that had just prayed for him, right? Anyway, could y'all forgive Dylan Roof? And then the other question I'm going to ask, I'm going to piggyback on that. Do you really believe that those family members of those people have forgiven that dude?
Some people, man, I can't judge nobody on how they feeling.
It's hard for me.
I mean, I know
That's
it'd
a
be
different
hard.
situation because in a relationship where you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
That's a different situation. It's I don't at this point in my life. No, I couldn't. But I can't say never. You know what I'm saying? Because I have seen it happen and I have witnessed it happen.
But he's asking, do you believe Phil's family?
I'm asking for you personally, and then also
Okay,
about
so-
the family members.
Okay, y'all know
Yeah.
shot the sheriff. The sheriff could have died.
I shot the sheriff.
Okay, seriously though. And, you know, he was hurt real bad. But the family, you know what I'm saying, some of the family members forgave him. And for me to witness that, you know what I'm saying? And then also the reason that I feel like that it all went down was because of his wife. And for Unc to forgive his wife in the way that he did, you know what I'm saying? Like, it really made me look at forgiveness in a whole different way. Now, could I do it? No. I'm just going to be damn. I couldn't do it.
See, okay. And in the Dylan Roof case, I'm going to say this. Number one, I don't believe those people forgave that quickly. Because it's 2 days after your mama, your uncle, your granddaddy, your grandmama, whoever it was, your aunt, whatever. It's 2 days after they just got shot. And we just sat up here and said forgiveness is a process and it takes time, right? But to me, 2 days is like you're not even done grieving, but you've already forgiven.
But how I think now?
I mean,
I don't put nothing past them. It's some out there, maybe few, far between. But I
I
can't say
believe
that.
it could happen though, because you could be in a situation where you have to forgive in order to either you gonna forgive or you gonna die. Because you gonna die because you're gonna hold on to whatever it is and it's gonna eat you alive. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta forgive. And that's something that right there can eat you alive. This man went in there, prayed with these people, befriended these people, and then turned around and you know what I'm saying?
Because
So-
he gonna do his time. So
Exactly. So for you to harbor that into yourself, at some point they may be at a growth to where they can forgive this man or allow this to eat them alive.
after 2 days.
It don't matter. It don't matter. They might be at that growth. It takes growth.
I mean,
I
and
believe
then-
it can happen.
and then, like,
but
it's-
again,
It's
can
high,
I do it? No.
It was like 2 high school. It was 2 high school students They was like, oh yeah, we forgive him. 2 days later. I mean, and then like, okay, also because of the media, I feel like it was kind of a publicity stunt as well.
Yeah.
And
I mean, you see people all the time where, you know, mothers of sons that were killed, and they be friend killer and in jail, and you know what I'm saying. You see that type of stuff all the time, and you be like, how can you forgive this person? This person maliciously killed your child, and you know what I'm saying. But they might be at a growth to where, yes, they took their child. I have a friend who, over the summer, lost her 17-year-old child because he was playing jump over cars, and the little boy that was driving the car was his best friend. The little boy stayed over their house all the time, so she was like his second mom. So for her to forgive him because he had a part in her own child's death, you know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
Instead of letting that eat you alive.
But see, okay, like that's a little bit different. Like I'm going right back to Dylan Roof, right? And I understand, like what you said, the examples with the mothers and the killing of the children and all that stuff. Sometimes I feel like they befriend these people because it's a part of them, like what we were talking about earlier, that needs closure. Like why did you do this? Why, you know, they got questions. But then on the other side of that is they normally don't do that 2 days after you kill their son. Like that's normally part of the grieving process and the healing process. And like with the Dylan Roof thing, these people, and it's consistent. Like with the media and black people, it's like when something happens, they instantly want to get, I forgive them.
Forgiveness.
Right.
Okay, explain that, please.
It's levels to forgive. As I said earlier, I'm ready to forgive. I'm willing to forgive. So every step of the way, I'm going to have that forgiveness intent in me. But also there are roadblocks. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So yes, I want to forgive you. The hesitation or the limitation, as Felicia said. So there you go right there. But it's levels to everything. It's levels to forgiveness. It just is what it is. Like it didn't just overnight take you to a point where, okay, I forgive them. It was at levels that it took you to a point where you say, okay, I forgive this person.
Oh, I feel what
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but for them to come out and say, for you at the beginning of 6 months or in the 6 months later, you fully forgive this person. But 6 months before that, you say, I'm going to forgive this person. You know what I'm saying? It's levels to that shit.
Okay. Okay.
It's levels to it. You didn't just overnight say, I forgive them
She's
fully.
saying.
You know what I'm saying?
In a way, I
But
feel
your
what she's
intent is, I'm going to forgive this person. Day by day, as long as you do whatever it is you need to do to forgive this person, that's what's going to be your intent. And 6 months down the road, you can honestly say, I forgive this person, other than I am going to forgive this person.
No, I mean I agree partially. Anyway, that being said, B said if somebody knows they can bully you, they continue to bully you until you stand up.
That is true.
Exactly.
And like that's what I feel like a lot of the forgiveness that happens on television is. Like, I feel like it's just contrived, it's marked up because white people want to feel better about themselves. Alright, Felicia said, how can we ask God to forgive us when we cannot forgive other people?
Exactly.
Man, hey, that look, I'm gonna say this. God knows everything. God is everywhere. I'm not there yet. You know what I'm saying? So, like, yeah, I work on forgiveness, and it's a daily struggle because there's things that come up that I haven't even forgiven myself for. And you know, that being said, like you said it's a process. Like it's things that you got to, you know.
But I won't say that I've looked at stuff like that as she said. I mean, I guess I fear him, and how dare I not forgive somebody?
Right.
He can forgive me.
Ooh,
Never
look,
like actually broke the concept down.
B is coming with the heater. And I'm going to tell you, B, this next question I honestly don't have an answer to because I don't know. He said, if you were literally in chains, could you forgive your slave master? I don't know. I mean, like it's easy on this side to be like hell no or hell yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know, man. I honestly don't know. I would like to think that I could, and I would like to think in some part that I
If I'm
wouldn't.
getting mandingo by his wife, yeah.
Mandingo.
Really?
Yeah. Then maybe outside of that, no. Just being honest.
I was gonna say something. I forgot completely what I was gonna say.
If I'm getting taken advantage of by his wife, you can be down with me being a dumb slave of change.
I'm the pappy
I can
boss.
give you, because you're going to have a chocolatey baby.
Alright, next question. Oh my god.
I've been pretty sane today. So
I know,
give
but
me
it's
some.
cool though. It's cool. Alright, so we asked, was there anything that was unforgivable rape? And the next question is, because like I just said, a lot of stuff, or a lot of things we have not forgiven ourselves for, right? So is there anything that you haven't or you cannot forgive yourself for?
There's things that I haven't, but I won't say that I can't. It's a process. It takes
No.
time and growth, because again, the closure doesn't always necessarily mean that I need someone to say I'm sorry, or I need somebody to tell me it's okay, or I may just need understanding out of the situation, you know, and that again comes with growth and maturity. Like, I may have done something 10 years ago, and whatever happened, and you know what I'm saying, I feel guilty about it, whatever the case may be. I don't understand why I did it. I know I did it, and I know it was wrong. 10 years later, I understand why I did it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I understand what I did and why I did it, and so therefore I have that understanding, that closure, and I can forgive myself. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like I wouldn't necessarily say that it's not things that I can't forgive myself for.
There's stuff that you haven't
There's
given
just that
yourself
it's stuff that I haven't, right?
I don't think I have anything.
that you haven't forgiven yourself for, that you can't.
I don't. If it comes to mind, nothing. I mean, I think I've done anything just.
I'm gonna tell you, it's things that I kick myself over every day.
Well, there's things I keep myself over, but
But-
you gotta forgive yourself. It's part of growing.
Well,
Can't
no,
cry over spilled milk, is my great answer.
and no, I know, I get it, but it's like, you know, the whole shoulda, coulda, woulda thing. That's kind of where I am, like, cause
Is that
Yeah.
regretful or
That's
something?
regret.
yeah, I mean, but
Yeah.
what's the difference in regret and then unforgiveness in that situation?
Regret, you can't. You regret on things that you shoulda, woulda, coulda. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean,
I
but
mean, it's a lot of stuff that I regret.
what's the
but-
what's the difference in regret and
Because-
not
but-
forgiving yourself for it?
But
Like, because if you know you
But
should
in
have done
me,
it,
what can I do? And I look at myself and I said, well, son, you made that choice. I mean, if you had the ball in your hands, but you chose otherwise. Why? Get over it.
okay. Well, with my, I'm just gonna give you my example. Like, I feel like I should have been a lot further along in life because I didn't take advantage of all the opportunities that came.
Understand?
And you know, like a lot of mine that I find myself regretting and you know kicking myself over and having a hard time getting past is the fact that you know I was given so many opportunities early on and I didn't take advantage of them. Right. Like there were a lot of doors that were open for me that weren't open for other people that I didn't go into, I didn't go through.
And I look at that as my Navy career because of how fast I was, you know, and I think about it now, but I'm like, oh, well, you made that decision. It was already determined, but you just didn't know. You had to be faced with that challenge.
Yeah.
Son,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's like, as I always say, it's a part of
It
life.
kind of can go hand in hand, but I don't think it has to.
Right.
Yeah, I can see where you say the regret. So you would have to forgive yourself for the regret.
Mhm. That's why I said I don't think it's nothing I do because I knew, I as the older I've gotten, and I didn't mean to cut you off, Queen. The older I got, I realized, shit, dude, it's you.
You don't harbor that
right.
regret.
Yeah, I don't
So
harbor
that's at that point.
because I had the
Yeah,
control,
yeah.
right, to make that decision. You made a decision. What can you do about it?
Mm-hmm.
To just move forward and try to
Right.
better yourself from this point forward.
Look, I'm
And try not to make the same mistake.
I'm gonna read 2 questions that B put up here. I'm gonna read Rod's statement.
Ron on that.
No, Roderick Lindsay. And Rod, you gotta come out here one of these days, man. Anyway, B said, according to the Bible, what is deemed unforgivable? There's one thing that's there's one thing that's unforgivable. According to the New Testament, and that's the blaspheme the Holy Spirit. Then B's next question. This is a doozy right here. So if your partner molested your child, could you forgive him or her and yourself for it
That's
happening?
something unforgivable.
Depends
That's
on
what I
the
wanted to
situation.
say.
If you didn't know it happened, but you probably that's hard to say. But no, I'm not going to forgive that motherfucker. Sorry.
You ain't gotta apologize because
I mean, because I know a chick. I know somebody in the line of work I do that she's never had custody of her kids because she continues to deal with a dude
that molest
that
children.
molested her oldest.
What?
Yeah, that's just being dumb, but
Yeah, that's just not smart,
and they
man.
got that thunder or whatever. It ain't worth that.
Thunder D.
Yeah, it ain't worth that. My kids are this thunder D. And you better go get you one of the rubberized damn dildos.
Get you a
And,
plunger.
yeah, get something made like that and just do your motherfucking thing.
Man, for real, because you endangering your entire. You would rather endanger your family and yourself and keep getting some D as opposed to going out and making
Right.
a change.
Right.
Oh man, so you blocking your blessings, bro.
Exactly.
All right, Rod said forgiveness has to be intentional, just like Christ gave up his life. He never said it will be easy, but it's crucial for the quality of your life to continue to be an image of Christ. You may be the only Christ someone may see and want to show them what forgiveness looks like, and not the resentment it could produce. Wow. On that note. So I asked the question, go back to it. Is there anything that you haven't forgiven or that you can't forgive about yourself, right? And, I gave y'all mine.
I gave you mine.
Yeah, and I guess everybody did weigh in, didn't they? And the last question that we're going to ask this evening, because, one of the things that we want to do is help people get past some things, right? Not just leave a bunch of stuff open, is how... What?
I'm still stuck on that too, B. Like,
If forgiveness has limits, what's the point of forgiveness?
mhm.
I mean, you can forgive somebody, but you can't be stupid enough to walk back in that situation.
Especially if they prove they have not corrected those ways.
Yeah,
Go back to
so
that B.
you gotta
I'm with
limit-
you.
You got to limit
But-
them at a certain point. Like you can't allow them to be like if somebody continues to hurt you, you can't allow them to continue to get the same chances. Like you can't keep them to be that close to you. At some
Next
point,
set-off game.
yeah.
And that's why I said,
But that doesn't mean that you completely cut them off. It just means like at a certain point,
Well,
there's no interaction.
does this mean, because I said if my ex ever came up to me and said, well, I want to get back, I said I would tell you, you gotta walk 4 times to the fucking hottest place on earth butt naked and climb the Himalayas butt naked about 3 times. And people like, that's not gonna happen. Exactly. So you got the answer to my question. So,
see, look, B is trying to open up some can of worms. He said, then that means that you have judgment.
No.
If you continue to,
No,
you know.
I ain't got no judgment. But
I mean,
I'm not finna fall for the banana in the tailpipe again.
Keep dealing with no food.
Right. I'm not finna fall for the banana in the tailpipe
I
again.
mean, and then like if a person like, okay, what is it Maya Angelou said? If somebody shows you who they are, believe them.
That's
And
right.
if you show me that you're willing to burn me, like, okay, I give you an example. My quote unquote business partner in Nashville when I was, attempting to sell cars and shit. This dude, basically, I never get back in business with that dude ever again. Never. It'll be nothing monetarily that we could do at all.
So are y'all cool?
I hadn't talked to him in a long time. I don't really have the desire to talk to him. Like, if I saw him, I'm not going to be mad at him or nothing like that. It's just, and then B says you judge, it's not worth it. I mean, okay. You got to make decisions, man. Like, you can't allow everybody into your life. And then you have to look at people's character. So just because I know what kind of character you have doesn't necessarily mean that I'm passing judgment on you. It's just that I know the type of people that I want in my circle and the type of people that I'm not going to accept in my circle. And you have proven by your character that I cannot accept you in my circle. All right.
But just like the saying says, the saying goes, people come in your life for a reason and a season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So, last question. Question zzz. Because two of them wrapped in one. How do we as people, not just black people, everybody, how do we start learning or being better at forgiving? And then, how do we start being better at forgiving ourselves?
I think, one, we have to stop being so petty.
Preach. Go ahead, keep talking.
And you gotta accept yourself. It goes back to
We
that.
have to stop and petty and, as we said, judgmental. Because once that comes into play, all shields are up, all guards are up, and anything goes. If you shoot at me, I'm shooting back. So there's nothing accomplished. And so therefore we go into that vicious cycle again. And then I said earlier, the cutoff game, I keep going back to this because it made some sense that that's not really working. If we keep cutting each other off instead of dealing with each other, that's not helping the situation either. So we gotta stop being petty and being judgmental. Like, it's gotta stop. It's in our blood, but we gotta stop doing it. We gotta break the cycle at some point. We have to. How do we do that? It's as Roddy said, it's an intentional thing. You have to intentionally do this, just like you intentionally get up and go to work every day. You don't like to do it, but you gotta do it.
Square.
It goes back to growth, man. To me, it goes back to growth. Give me it again.
How do we start learning to forgive? And then how do we learn to forgive ourselves?
It's a part of that growth in yourself. Do you want to better your outlook on life, or do you want to better yourself? Do you want to just move forward and quit harboring on that? It's something you
have to want to do.
You gotta
it.
want to do. Yes, yep. It's gotta be. Okay, something ain't right. I'm going down the same old. Mm-hmm. I gotta. Let me reevaluate some things. And just like I said a few shows ago, that realization didn't come to after my divorce, and as I got closer to 40. That's just me.
Yeah, the closer I got to 40, the more I really started looking at things different.
I don't know if it's because I said, damn, I'm 10 years from 50, half a century. But you just start looking at life. I just started looking at my life and life.
Yeah, because you halfway there.
Yes.
All right, so my suggestion, and I've already said it, is number one, you got to hold that mirror up. I mean, like, in this day and time, there's so many people that are so sensitive about so much shit. Like, you can't tell people things. You can't, even if they wrong, you can't tell them. You know, so.
Well, they all in their feelings and that ain't your fault.
Yeah, well, no, I
You
mean,
gotta get over
but
that shit.
even with that, like, you can't be one of those people that can't take criticism. Like, we all got to be able to take criticism on something. Like, disrespect is different than criticism.
Right.
So we got to be able to take criticism at some point. And, you know, we got to be able to hold the mirror up to ourselves, right? If you can't hold the mirror up to yourself, look at yourself, see where you're failing at, see where this resentment and this hurt is coming from, and really start dealing with it to get past it. Like, you always gonna have that unforgiveness, and then that negative energy is gonna be a huge part of your life going forward.
And that's the admitting part of it.
Yeah,
They say
yeah,
the whole step to recovery is admitting.
man.
You got to.
Let me say this: if you were in a relationship right now, one person is not 100% of the problem 100% of the time.
Right.
So
There's a common denominator somewhere. Sometimes it could be both. Sometimes it could be one, depending on the situation. It could be, you know what I'm saying, something else. But
Yeah.
there is a common denominator. But it does take admittance,
yeah, I mean, like,
recognition.
and it doesn't, like, even if you were not the one that's initially wrong, in the fact that somebody wronged you, and I talked about this in a lesson that I taught this past Wednesday. A lot of times when you have somebody do something wrong to you, you get in your feelings and anything comes up and comes out, right? And you actually offend that other person. So regardless of how they've done you wrong, offended you, you still were wrong yourself. So, you know, you got to be willing to look
wrongs
at both
don't make it
sides.
right.
Yeah.
Wrongs don't make it right.
Yeah, even though that whole, you know, lashing out and clapping back feels good, you wrong.
It's a spinning energy.
Yeah.
So most times you make yourself look like a damn jackass.
I
Yeah.
had to come to a realization. I still kind of don't. I don't want to forgive. I really had to come to that realization. So now I'm at a point as to why. You know what I'm saying? What is
Well,
it
what is
making
it that
me
you
whole?
don't want
Right,
to
what
forgive,
do you-
though?
What is it making me? It's almost like I don't know. I don't want to see. I feel like what was done to me.
You want karma to come back, but
I want
you
karma,
can't. You can't.
and I can't wish that. And I know this.
It's gonna come back.
I know this.
But you can't do the time or place or the hour or whatever. It's gonna come back, but you let the Lord deal with that.
Right. So that's why I say there's a process in this. Like, in some point, I want to forgive, and in some situations, I don't want to forgive. I don't want to let it go, because I want you to see. I want, you know what I'm saying? Almost to a point where I'm trying to prove a point. And I know that point ain't going to come across.
And I've been there, but just like it go back to growth, I had to start thinking like, whatever, what happened, we're gonna happen. You know?
Yeah.
Ain't nothing you can do about it. Put it in the Lord's
That
hands.
comes
He's
with
gonna
growth.
take care of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, that being said, we're going to go ahead and wrap this show up. Because we've been on for over an hour
I
now.
gotta go get it.
Oh, wow.
My blood is back to the moment.
We did good.
Just saying.
Wow, we appreciate everybody.
What? I just said I had to go. You were
I
there.
just wasn't ready for it, man. Okay.
Get
Like I
out.
said, I was gonna piss. I gotta
Okay.
piss.
So, with that being said, we appreciate y'all for watching. Please, if you have not already liked the Facebook page for This About Time Show, or if you have not liked the YouTube page for This About Time Show, go like both of those.
Please do.
And then share the video, invite your friends. You know, we're trying to grow the show as best as we can, and you know we're taking steps to make everything better, all that kind of good stuff. But that being said,
Like and share.
Queen.
Like and share.
Can't do without your help.
what's your shout outs?
Shout out to the boys. Same old, same old. Shout out to Chris. And shout out to the job, my team. I'm just gonna say that. Shout out to my team. That's what's up.
Okay. How's Quinn?
Quinn is good. Quinn's getting ready for prom, and he's walking on his knee now, so he's doing real good.
Is he gonna be dancing on the knee?
I don't know about dancing. He might be finessing, but not dancing. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
We have to go down there and do some chaperoning.
Yeah, you better tell him to do stuff. Like Hitch said. Square, what you got a shout out? What you gonna say?
Shout out to my nigga RGB.
RGB, did y'all see him with the boots out here? He was so cute, y'all.
And shout out, and I ain't rubbing it in on my man, although he won't hear the shout out to Isaiah Thomas of the Boston Celtics, man, for playing today after the loss of his sister.
Yeah.
And if you hadn't seen the videos before the game where he was sitting around and shoot around, he was on the ball, he was on the bench balling. You know what I'm saying? And they did lose to the Bulls tonight.
Oh, they lost?
Yes, they did.
Dang, I was hoping they was gonna win.
No, I told people that people think this is gonna be an easy cakewalk for the Celtics, but you got 3 seasons vets for the Bulls that have played a lot of playoff minutes. But anyway, and shout out to all the party people. It's another week. Get your grind on. It's time for us to get our grind on. Take care of your business.
Right?
Hey, I'm just gonna read this. Rod said, "Good show." B said, "Let's
Thank you, Rod.
let's start a GoFundMe for the show,
Start a GoFundMe.
so people can call
What's
in."
up?
Yeah, I'm gonna get Reverend Pathos and your boy on here to get that money for us.
Shonda said the set looks great. Appreciate that, Shonda.
Thank you,
Kevin Payne said we need to get more controversial because he got some amphibians out there
All right.
that's ready to join.
I ain't get controversial.
Send
Let's
us
do
some
it.
topics.
I mean,
Send us a
look,
topic.
Hey, and Kevin is my dude. Like, he's a dude I used to look up to growing up, man.
Kevin Payne, what's
Kevin
up, Kevin
Payne.
Payne?
But anyway, like, if you got some topics or whatever that you think of, man, please share them with us.
Yes.
Because, like, I'm the one to come up with the topics, and I'm tired, and I need help.
I just let them come up with it.
If y'all
I
come
don't
up
think
with
y'all
any
want me to
topics,
come up with topics.
all right. That being said, I'm gonna do my shout outs and we're gonna go ahead and get up out of here. Number one, got to shout out Ace Lawn Care, Jimmy Holloway. They came out. Here was like 6 Negroes in my yard on Friday. I thought I was gonna get ganged
I
out
told
here.
Chris go get my knife.
Man, what?
That night when we
So-
stopped them 6
That's what I
Yeah.
told him.
Hot
What
lead
this
will
knife
stop
gonna
them
do?
6 niggas, but
But
that
I
night we don't do
can't
shit.
like roll it up on them. Like, no, you
Just
can't do
quick
that.
jab them in the goddamn throat or something.
Anyway, gotta shout out Ace Lawn Care 'cause they did hook the yard up. It does look
It
good.
looks very good, y'all.
Then JL Studio, John Lindsay, best tattoo artist in the Chattanooga area. Royal Transportation, Brian Allen Sr. If you got transportation needs, don't take Uber, take Royal Transportation. Support the black-owned business, right? Also, got to shout out the Urban Voice. Y'all see Donna L on the front of the cover, Blase Skippy. This is April's edition. Also, go like the Urban Voices Facebook page. Because there's stuff that put out every day and make it a point every day. Then also got to shout out the homie Mark White. There's a website called Uncharted. This dude traveled around the world, and I want to get him on the show so we could talk to him and interview him. But this dude traveled around the world. Like, he spent a year. Like, he just said fuck it to his job and dipped and went and traveled the world. And I want to say he went to like 20 countries when he was gone.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I mean, so it was a bunch. It was a bunch of places. But he has a website called Uncharted.com. He has pictures of everything, and like some of the pictures just absolutely breathtaking. Anyway, all that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up with the last word here. Right. Tonight's topic was forgiveness. And this is something that everybody struggles with. Like, there is not one person in this world, on this earth, that does not struggle with forgiveness. And the problem with forgiveness is that we continue to hold on to it. Joyce Meyer said this, and I meant to bring it up while we were talking. Joyce Meyer said, not forgiving somebody is like you drinking poison and expecting them to die. Right? So, you holding on to all this stuff, all these people that hurt you, all these, all this stuff that's gone wrong. You holding on to all this stuff is not doing anything but slowly killing you. It's depleting you. You gotta let that negative energy go. You gotta get out of the stubbornness, because people want to hold on to it, because it's easy to play the victim. Sometimes playing the victim gets you more accolades than actually being the person that steps out and overcomes. You gotta get out of your pride. You ain't the only one that's hurting from something. So at some point, you got to let it go. Whatever it is, whatever it may be, you got to hold the mirror to yourself and be willing to work on yourself. Because if you're not willing to do that, if none of us are willing to do that, all of us are going to be walking around here in pride, looking like number 45, like a bunch of idiots and assholes to the rest of the world.
Finna get us blown up by no career.
Exactly. All that being said, man, I appreciate y'all for watching. Y'all like the Facebook page. Y'all share the show. We out.
Thank you. Like and share, like and share.
Like and share, like and share, like and share.